Singapore is often praised as one of the safest, richest, and most advanced countries in the world. It's a global financial hub, a city of modern skyscrapers, and a nation known for its efficiency and order. But behind this shining image lies a very different reality for the people who actually live here. For many residents and foreigners, life in Singapore has become increasingly difficult, some even say impossible. From skyrocketing living costs and stressful work culture to limited space and strict rules, daily life comes with heavy challenges. In this video, we'll uncover the 10 biggest reasons why living in Singapore feels nearly impossible today. 1. High cost of living. Singapore is consistently ranked among the most expensive cities in the world. Everyday expenses such as food, utilities, and transportation are much higher compared to neighboring Asian countries. While hawker centers offer cheap meals, dining at restaurants or buying groceries, especially imported goods, can quickly become costly. Entertainment, leisure, and lifestyle activities also demand a high budget. Even basic necessities like childcare and school fees weigh heavily on households. For expatriates, the cost of relocation packages, international schools, and healthcare makes things worse. As a result, many residents feel that they are always chasing income just to survive comfortably. 2. Skyrocketing housing prices. Housing in Singapore is one of the biggest challenges. While government-subsidized HDB flats help citizens, the overall property market has become extremely expensive. Renting even a modest apartment can take up a huge portion of income, especially for young couples or foreign workers who don't qualify for subsidies. Private condominiums and landed properties are completely out of reach for most middle-class families. With limited land space and growing demand, prices keep climbing. This creates stress for those who want to own a home but feel locked out of the market. Many see housing affordability as nearly impossible in Singapore. 3. Intense work culture. Singapore is known globally for its competitive and fast-paced economy, but this success comes with personal sacrifices. The culture often prioritizes productivity and efficiency over work-life balance. Employees face long hours, strict performance evaluations, and constant pressure to excel. While this fuels economic growth, it leaves individuals physically exhausted and mentally stressed. Burnout is common, and many professionals struggle to find quality time with their families. The fear of losing jobs to automation or foreign competition adds extra anxiety. For many workers, it feels like life revolves around work, making Singapore stressful and difficult for long-term happiness. 4. Strict rules and fines. Singapore is famous for its cleanliness and orderliness, but this comes from strict rules that some find oppressive. Chewing gum is banned, jaywalking is fined, and smoking is heavily restricted. Even small acts like eating on public transport can lead to penalties. While these rules create a safe and disciplined environment, they can feel restrictive for people used to more freedom. Tourists may find them amusing, but residents often feel constantly monitored. The fear of unintentionally breaking a law creates added pressure. For some, these rules feel less like safety measures and more like a lack of personal freedom. 5. Overpopulation and crowdedness. Singapore is one of the most densely populated countries in the world. With over 5.5 million people living on a small island, space is extremely limited. This creates a feeling of constant crowding, on trains, buses, shopping malls, and even recreational areas. The lack of personal space can cause stress, especially for those who value privacy or tranquility. Traffic congestion also remains a challenge despite excellent transport infrastructure. For many residents, the daily routine feels like moving through endless crowds, which can be overwhelming over time. Living in such a packed environment often makes Singapore feel suffocating and emotionally draining. 6. Pressure on education. Education in Singapore is highly respected, but it is also one of the most stressful aspects of life. From a young age, children are pushed into a rigorous system that emphasizes academic excellence. Tuition centers are common, and exams often determine future opportunities. Parents spend large amounts of money and time ensuring their children keep up with competition. The kiasu, fear of losing out, mentality drives both families and students to extremes. While the system produces top global rankings, it comes at the cost of mental health and childhood freedom. Many parents and children feel trapped in endless pressure. 7. Limited space and nature. Singapore has earned praise as a garden city, with greenery incorporated into urban planning, but its small size means natural escapes are limited. Unlike larger countries with mountains, vast forests, or countryside landscapes, Singapore offers only a few nature reserves and parks. For residents who crave adventure, hiking, or large outdoor spaces, the city feels restrictive. Over time, the lack of variety can feel monotonous and claustrophobic. With land constantly developed for housing and business, finding solitude in nature is difficult. This limitation makes some residents feel boxed in and fuels the sense that life is too confined. 8. Income inequality. Despite Singapore's reputation as a wealthy nation, income inequality is a growing concern. The rich live in luxury, with access to high-end condos, private cars, and exclusive clubs, while lower-income groups, especially migrant workers, struggle with basic survival. Domestic helpers, construction workers, and other low-wage migrants often live in cramped dormitories with limited rights. Even among citizens, the rising cost of living leaves middle-class families stretched thin, unable to enjoy the same prosperity as the elite. This gap creates resentment and a sense of unfairness. For many, Singapore's promise of opportunity feels like a dream only the wealthy can afford. 9. Rising healthcare and insurance costs. Singapore's healthcare system is efficient and of high quality, but it comes at a high price. Without adequate insurance, medical treatments can drain savings. Even with subsidies for citizens, specialized treatments and private healthcare are expensive. Foreigners face even steeper costs, often requiring mandatory insurance policies. As the population ages, healthcare demand is rising, which drives costs further up. Families with elderly members or chronic illnesses struggle to keep up with the financial burden. The stress of medical bills adds to the already high cost of living, making healthcare accessibility feel increasingly out of reach for many residents. 10. Lack of permanent residency and citizenship opportunities. For foreigners who want to build a long-term life in Singapore, the journey is tough. While short-term visas and work permits are available, gaining permanent residency, PR, or citizenship is difficult and highly competitive. Many professionals spend years contributing to the economy but still face rejection when applying. This lack of security makes it hard to plan for the future, buy property, or settle down with confidence. Families often feel uncertain about whether they can truly call Singapore home. For expatriates, this uncertainty makes life feel temporary and unstable, adding to the challenges of living in Singapore.